Hello there, everyone. So good to be back here on the short Vort. We continue this week. While it is Parashat Shemini, it also is Parashat HaChodesh. We read a section from Parashat Bo that talks about the mitzvah of Kiddush HaChodesh, of sanctifying the new month based on the appearance of the new moon. And in this section of Parashat HaChodesh, at the very, very beginning, it says that Hashem spoke to Moshe and Aaron in Mitzrayim and said the following about this mitzvah: HaChodesh hazeh lachem. This month shall be for you Rosh Chodashim, the beginning of months. This is Rishon hu lachem. This is number one, L'chodshei Hashanah, for all the months of the year. And this was what will later becomes named Chodesh Nisan. It is the month in which our ancestors left Egypt. And Rashi notes that the word hazeh is interesting, because often when we talk about hazeh, this means I have a little point to something. HaChodesh hazeh, Rosh lachem, Rosh Chodashim, right? So the question is, what is the word zeh there? Just say, that Achshav, just say that now is, we're going to call this the first month, Chodesh HaRishon, and from here we'll count new months based on when there's a new moon that appears. Why Chodesh Hazeh Lachem? Right? So Rashi says here, Nitkasha Moshe al Molad Halavana, that Moshe actually struggled with understanding when the new moon, what it was supposed to look like when it was, would appear. Like, what does it look like? Be'ezo shiur teira'eh. How big is the new moon? Like, wow, what am I looking for? V'tiyeh re'uya l'kadesh. That in order for it to then be big enough that I can now sanctify a new month and declare a new month. V'her'alo be'etzbat halavana barakia. So what did Hashem do? Hashem said, HaChodesh hazeh lachem. He pointed up to into the sky and said, it needs to look like this when it's ready, right? Kazeh. Re'eh v'kadesh, like this. When you see it like this, that's what it's time to sanctify. And the question is, what is the message of this midrashic teaching? Like, why is this important? Did Moshe really have a question? And I think what this midrash teaches us is that even Moshe Rabbeinu had questions about how to understand things. And even Moshe Rabbeinu needed clarity and clarification. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this midrash gives him that clarity and says, okay, that's a fair question. You want to know what it looks like? It should look like this. And he points to it. Zeh, kazeh, like this. And it's a message for all of us and a lesson for all of us about the importance of asking questions. Right? This is the time of the year as we're coming to Pesach, but we must ask questions. When something isn't clear, ask for clarity. That's not just in the realm of halacha, of Jewish law. Yes, ask your rabbis questions when you don't know, and you have questions about how to prepare Pesach, ask. But more importantly, when we are trying to understand anything with a family member, with our colleagues, with our friends, with members of our own community, remember to ask questions and gain clarity. Because only once we truly understand, whether it's a halacha, or we understand a social situation, we understand where a person is what a person is struggling with. When we truly understand what they're going through, then and only then can we truly proceed to be successful. And Moshe Rabbeinu understood this. He said, look, I understand theoretically what you want me to do, but Hashem, I want you to tell me, what does it need to look like exactly so I can make sure that I do this the right way? And that should be our mentality and approach throughout life. As a Chodesh hazeh lachem, is finding out what is this in it, asking questions, and learning, and not having the bravado to say, I understand what this is. I don't need to do any more research. Right? When we know, we should feel confident that we know and move forward. But always, always make sure to ask questions. Shabbat shalom.